I met him when I was 10 years old. Well, I met him even before then, but when Jay had been on he'd come in. He'd been on a world cruise. His father was his name at that time was J. Ward Cohn, and his father had been apparently a successful businessman of some kind, and anyway, so he came back, and he had had a tutor while he was away on this 6 months cruise. So when he came back to Emerson Grammar School, where I was going, he was put into the second grade, and obviously the tutoring had promoted him well beyond his ability, so they promoted him into the third grade, which was my grade, and he still was doing well. So then they promoted him into Mrs. Cheney's class. But so he was awfully smart. But then apparently maybe his things had gone wrong, and I guess his father had lost all his money, or somehow his father had split, and so Jay was back to being just smart, but not with that life. So I got to know him and invited him. It was my 10th birthday, and I invited him to come. Mother had said, "Alex, we can't afford a full birthday party. Times are really pretty tough. But if you want to have one of your friends come home, and we could have dinner, that would be all right." So I invited Jay to come, probably because I admired him so, but also because he had a birthday coming up in 2 weeks, and I thought I might get invited to his birthday. So in any event, that was the beginning of a friendship that went on for years. We always stayed very close. We would. I'm trying to think back. As I say, he and I went through to the same grammar school, same junior high school, and both went to University High School, and then. But he was when it came to going to college, he went into college a year ahead of me. So he was the class of, well, I would have been. He was class of 41, and I was class of 42, and he. But even in high school, he and I were in business. We sold Christmas trees a couple of years, but that was a seasonal business. It didn't seem to be enough to build a career on. And then when we got into college. We made a deal with the art music shop where we could go to fraternities and sororities and offer the latest hit records for at a discount of maybe $1 or something. But in any event, it wasn't a great opportunity to make money, but we both liked to play bridge. And we found that if you went to a sorority and said, "Anybody interested in these hit records?" and they say, "No, but do you, either you guys play bridge?" And so it was a way to meet girls at a sorority. So that was a part of our world. But Jay had joined a fraternity, Abracadabra, which was uh, a fraternity at Cal. And so he got them to pledge me when I came along. So we were fraternity brothers and did a lot of things. And we'd go up to Tahoe in summers and spend time up there. And both Jay had an old, what did he have? He had a Stutz Bearcat, I think. I had a Willis Knight. They're both of 1924 vintage. It looked like a Laurel and Hardy cars, and so life was just a lot of fun in those days. Jay had a marvelous sense of humor. I mean, he loved to play pranks and jokes and things. I remember he had a little MG with a right-hand drive. And one of those tiny little ones. And he had a dog named Brandy, a big St. Bernard. And he got one of those little wheels that you stick on, and Brandy would sit in the left side there, where ordinarily a driver would be with his paws on the wheel. And Jay would drive around in this, and people would do a double take, that dog driving the car. He was at college he developed a team we were members, Lute Nichols and Jay and some of the others, called the Meadowbrook Athletic Club. And so we'd play intramural sports, and actually one year the Meadowbrooks won the Gold Cup. There was no Meadowbrook Athletic Club. It was just a made-up name, but there in Harmon Gym is the trophy with the Meadowbrook Athletic Club as the winner of the intramural sports. So that was basketball, but it was just a lot of fun.